These tiny cracks are causing big problems for Qantas. They've been found in 3 of the airline's workhorse Boeing 737NGs. Those planes are grounded and the airline is reassuring customers. The cracks have been found in an internal structure called the pickle fork. It connects the plane's wings to the fuselage. Regulators ordered inspections worldwide of all 737NGs, which had flown 22,600 flights or more. Qantas owns 75 of the planes, 33 needed inspection. Virgin Australia owns 85, 19 were examined, no problems were found.
We begin with the latest on yesterday's projectile launches by North Korea. The North is claiming that with the launches of 2 missiles, it has perfected what it calls a super large multiple rocket launcher.
Military sources in the South say the North once again boasted its confidence in their weapon by launching the missiles over land.
North Korea has announced it successfully tested a super-large multiple rocket launcher, adding to its list of new short-range weapons consisting of an upgraded version of an existing artillery system and large-caliber launcher. Pyongyang's Korean Central News Agency reported on Friday that the firing served as an opportunity to verify the perfection of its firing system. According to South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff, the projectiles fired on Thursday afternoon flew across land, signaling the regime's confidence that the test will be successful, according to experts.
He didn't mince his words when he was talking about Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan throwing all sorts of accusations at him, saying that he's an invader, that his army is embezzling the resources of Syria, particularly in northern part of the country, to the point where President Bashar al-Assad vowed retaliation, to the point where he said that we are even ready for war if the Turkish military decides to stay longer in the area. Let's listen to what Bashar al-Assad had to say.
The Syrian land is one, and the theatre of operations is one. From the far south to the far north, the Turk is the American agent in this war. We were fighting this agent Turkey everywhere, and whenever it struggled to do what it wanted, it left no option but war. This is obvious, but I say we will need to keep open the opportunity for the political process in all its forms, and if it didn't produce results, then we consider them an enemy, and it will get to war. There is no other option.
For 77 years, the ghosts of a submarine crew have laid undisturbed on the bottom of the Mediterranean. The HMS Urge mysteriously vanished at the height of World War II, fleeing a Nazi invasion. And now archaeologists have made a fascinating discovery.
In a watery grave 130 metres down, the wreckage of HMS Urge, swarming with fish covered in coral, frozen in time. For more than 70 years, the fate of the British submarine has been unknown. Stationed in Malta in the 1940s, the World War II vessel carried out a number of deadly missions in the Mediterranean before being redeployed to Egypt. It set sail in April 1942 with 32 crew, 11 Royal Navy passengers and a journalist on board, but never made it to Alexandria. Researchers believe it struck a mine shortly after leaving Malta under the cover of darkness.
But more than 700 other Kenyans died from their bites. The southeast town of Kitui, where Ndunge lives, has been badly affected. Anti-venom medication is hard to come by, and many people live far from health centres. But the Kenyan Snake Bite Research and Intervention Centre outside Nairobi is working to reduce the number of deaths. It plans to produce the region's first anti-venom in 5 years.
No one has produced any kind of anti-venom in Kenya, and we have 2 registered anti-venom which are being used in different hospitals in Kenya. The first one comes from India, which is Vins, and the second one is Inosap from Mexico.
Through the haze of blue police lights, trick-or-treaters and their families filled the sidewalks of Little Village near 26th and Lawndale. It's the same intersection where 7 gunshots went off. You hear them in this video circulating on social media. The shooting sends trick-or-treaters running. Blocks away, a Ring doorbell also picking up those shots. 2 of those bullets hit a 7-year-old girl out collecting candy with her family, shot in the neck and chest. Taken to Stroger Hospital, where police were seen going in and out. The intended target, police say, a 31-year-old. He was hit in the hand.
Until 2 weeks ago, Chile was the envy of the region, home to the so-called Chilean economic miracle. But an explosion of social unrest has changed all that. While most demonstrations are peaceful, hooded and extremely violent groups all over the country have been burning and pillaging private and public property. That includes this emblematic public library that was just ransacked. The damage so far has well surpassed $1 billion, according to the government. Tourism is also being devastated, and not just because of the cancellation of the COP25 and the APEC summits, which would have pumped millions of dollars into the economy. In this area, for example, downtown, shops have been burnt down, even a hotel.
On Wednesday, Cuban authorities received a modern floating dock built by Chinese company Huarun Dadong Dockyard. The dock was purchased thanks to a loan from the Chinese government. Once construction is complete, the floating dock will help improve the island's ship repair industry as well as increase the autonomy of the Cuban shipping industry. To be located on the eastern shore of Havana Bay, this is the largest and most modern floating dock not only in Cuba but throughout the insular Caribbean. The dock took 18 months to construct and then endured a 2-month journey to Cuba.